Ladies and gentlemen, what does it mean to become the woman he can't ignore? I want you to think for a moment about the powerful women who have shaped history. The ones who have commanded attention, not through force or demand, but through their strength, their character, and their unapologetic confidence. Becoming the woman he can't ignore isn't about trying to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. It's about embracing your true self, the person you were always meant to be, unapologetically. It's about owning your individuality, your flaws, your dreams, and your accomplishments. It's about knowing your worth and letting the world see that too. We live in a world where women are constantly judged, scrutinized, and told to play small. But here's the thing, when you know your value, when you stand tall and proud of who you are, no one can take that away from you. And that, my friends, is when you become the woman who is impossible to ignore. Now, let me tell you, it doesn't happen overnight. Becoming this woman requires work. It's about nurturing your mind, body, and soul. It's about getting comfortable with discomfort because growth never happens in your comfort zone. It's about building a mindset that says, I can and I will, no matter what challenges come your way. The key to becoming the woman he can't ignore lies in your confidence. Confidence in your voice, in your vision, and in your ability to make a difference. Confidence doesn't mean perfection. It means being brave enough to show up even when you don't have all the answers. It means celebrating your successes, but also being proud of your journey, the lessons learned from your failures, and the resilience you've developed along the way. Becoming the woman he can't ignore begins with a powerful and crucial step, embracing your true self. So often, women are pressured to conform to others' expectations, to wear masks, or to mold themselves into a version of who society believes they should be. But the key to true empowerment lies in shedding those masks and stepping into your most authentic self. This means accepting every part of you, the dreams that make your heart race, the imperfections that make you human, and the strengths that make you unstoppable. When you embrace who you really are, you stop seeking validation from the outside world. Instead, you realize that your worth isn't dependent on anyone else's approval. It comes from within. It's about being proud of your individuality and celebrating the things that make you unique. The world is filled with so many voices, each telling you who to be and how to act. But when you tune into your own voice, you begin to radiate a confidence that can't be ignored. This process of self-acceptance requires vulnerability, but it also brings a deep sense of freedom. You no longer feel the need to apologize for your ambitions, your passions, or your differences. The more you honor your true self, the more others will see your value and be drawn to your authenticity. Remember, when you stand firm in who you are, you become magnetic. Not because you're trying to fit into someone else's idea of beauty or success, but because you're owning your own. And that kind of self-assurance is the first step toward becoming the woman who commands attention without even trying. Confidence is the cornerstone of becoming the woman he can't ignore. It's not about being perfect or having everything figured out, but about having the belief in yourself that you can face any challenge, take risks, and still stand tall. Confidence radiates from within and doesn't rely on external factors, such as other people's opinions or fleeting approval. It's about knowing that your value is not up for debate. When you walk into a room with confidence, you exude a sense of self-assurance that draws attention, not because you're trying to stand out, but because you're simply being yourself. True confidence is born from experience. It's the result of having faced adversity, learning from mistakes, and embracing every part of the journey, both the successes and the setbacks. The more you trust yourself, the more others will trust you, and the more they will be drawn to your energy. Confidence isn't just about how you carry yourself outwardly, it's also about the inner strength that allows you to be resilient in the face of failure, rejection, or doubt. It's that unshakable belief that, no matter what, you will rise again. When you're confident, you don't shy away from opportunities, you seize them, knowing that even if you don't succeed immediately, the effort itself is part of your growth. Confidence also means being comfortable with discomfort, stepping into the unknown without fear. People can sense this unspoken certainty, and they are drawn to it. A confident woman doesn't demand attention. She commands it effortlessly because her belief in herself is so strong that it becomes impossible to ignore. This kind of presence is what makes her stand out in any crowd without needing to prove anything to anyone. Growth happens when you step outside your comfort zone, and this is essential to becoming the woman who can't be ignored. Comfort zones are familiar and safe, but they often keep you from reaching your true potential. In order to stand out, to truly evolve, you must embrace discomfort and challenge yourself in ways that push your boundaries. Growth requires taking risks, even if it means facing uncertainty, fear, and failure. The most empowering transformations happen when you choose to venture into the unknown, even when the path ahead isn't clear. By stepping out of your comfort zone, you force yourself to confront the parts of you that may have been holding you back: self-doubt, fear of failure, and a tendency to play it safe. But with each challenge you overcome, you become stronger, more resilient, and more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. Growth doesn't happen by playing it small. It happens when you make the decision to take that leap, to pursue what you really want, even if it feels daunting at first. When you stretch beyond what you thought was possible, you expand your understanding of yourself and the world around you. You begin to discover new strengths and skills that you never knew you had. Each moment of discomfort becomes a stepping stone toward the person you are destined to become, a woman who is fearless, unstoppable, and confident in her own abilities. And when you show up in this way, unapologetically pushing your limits, you become someone others can't ignore. Because the woman who is continuously growing, evolving, and challenging herself is magnetic, her energy and presence demand attention, not because she's trying to stand out, but because she's living in her truth. To become the woman he can't ignore, it is crucial to nurture your mind, body, and soul. These three elements work together to form the foundation of who you are and how you show up in the world. When you take care of your mental and physical health, you not only improve your own well-being, but also become a stronger, more confident person who can tackle challenges with clarity and purpose. The mind, body, and soul are interconnected, and when they are in balance, you exude an energy that is both magnetic and empowering. Nurturing your mind means cultivating positive thoughts, embracing growth, and continuously learning. It's about feeding your mind with inspiration, challenging your beliefs, and choosing to focus on the things that uplift you. A strong, resilient mind helps you stay calm and focused, even when the world around you feels chaotic. It allows you to make clear decisions, stay grounded in your purpose, and face difficult situations with grace. When your mind is strong, it empowers you to trust yourself and navigate life with confidence. Taking care of your body is equally important. Physical health is not just about looking good, it's about feeling good too. Regular exercise, eating nourishing foods, and getting enough rest help you maintain the energy and vitality needed to tackle your goals. When you feel physically strong, your self-esteem grows, and it becomes easier to face challenges head-on. Finally, nurturing your soul involves connecting with your inner self, your values, and your passions. It means spending time doing things that bring you joy and peace, whether that's through creative pursuits, meditation, or meaningful relationships. When you nourish your soul, you become aligned with your true purpose, and your presence becomes more authentic. A woman who takes care of all these aspects is unstoppable, and she becomes someone who commands attention because she is fully alive in every sense of the word. The key to becoming the woman he can't ignore lies in not seeking validation from anyone but yourself. So often, we are conditioned to look for approval from others, whether it's in our relationships, careers, or personal achievements. We might measure our worth by how others perceive us, and this can lead to self-doubt and insecurity. But when you stop seeking external validation, you take back control of your own narrative. You stop letting others define your value and start defining it for yourself. When you no longer seek approval, you free yourself from the pressures of trying to fit into a mold that doesn't align with who you truly are. You stop worrying about what others think and start focusing on what makes you happy, fulfilled, and proud of yourself. This is incredibly liberating. It allows you to pursue your dreams without fear of judgment or failure. You become more confident in your decisions and less likely to be swayed by opinions that don't serve your highest good. Living without the need for validation also allows you to be more authentic. You can show up as your true self, knowing that your worth doesn't depend on someone else's recognition. This authenticity radiates in every aspect of your life, whether it's in your work, your personal relationships, or your passions. People are naturally drawn to someone who is unapologetically themselves. They respect and admire your courage to be who you are, and this makes you impossible to ignore. You become magnetic, not because you're seeking attention, but because your inner confidence and self-assurance shine through. When you stop seeking validation, you empower yourself to live fully, and that energy is undeniable. When you lead with love and integrity, you create a powerful presence that draws people to you and makes it impossible for anyone to ignore you. Leading with love means approaching every situation with kindness, empathy, and an open heart. It's about understanding and valuing others while also valuing yourself. When you lead with love, you build meaningful relationships and create a sense of connection that transcends superficial interactions. People are naturally attracted to those who make them feel seen, heard, and understood, and this is what makes your presence magnetic. Integrity, on the other hand, means staying true to your values no matter what. It's about being honest, ethical, and unwavering in your principles. Integrity is the foundation of trust, and when you act with integrity, others recognize your authenticity and respect you for it. People can sense when someone is genuine and when their actions align with their words. Leading with integrity means you don't compromise your values for convenience or approval, and this creates a sense of strength and reliability that others admire. When you combine love and integrity, you become a force of positivity and inspiration. You stand as an example of someone who lives with purpose, who doesn't take shortcuts, and who uplifts others along the way. This kind of leadership is not loud or brash, it's quiet yet undeniable, rooted in authenticity and kindness. People can't help but take notice of a woman who radiates such qualities. Her confidence isn't based on trying to impress others, but on staying true to her heart and values. A woman who leads with love and integrity becomes someone who commands respect and admiration simply by being herself.